In this particular video, I'm going to give a brief overview of how model actually learn, how the learning process take place inside these deep learning models. So also introduce you to the concept of forward and backward propagation. I will try to explain this whole concept by using a silly analogy, but learning the concept matter, as you know. So if you go to the next slide, you see this sandwich, which is actually a peanut butter and the jelly sandwich. So this is actually kind of like thought experiment. So you say, guess you are a chef at a famous restaurant, and as what it is, you want to improve a sandwich making skill based on the customer review. How you can do it actually? So for example, let's the customer say sandwich is too sweet, and how can you improve? So what do? Maybe you use less jelly and more peanut butter. So well, solution according to a deep learning model is to keep making more and more sandwiches and get until the customer is happy. If you remember in the previous video, we saw the mathematical equation, which is y is equal to x1 w1 plus x2 w2. So what it is, we're going to map this analogy to equations. So here we go. If you see this equation, you can think of this y is like output as a sandwich, and if you see this x0, x1 and x2, these are all data values. In our example, it is an ingredient. So for example, this x0 is the bread actually, and the x1 is a jelly, and x2 is a peanut butter. So this is the weights based on these data values. So we can say amount of these ingredients. If we move further, we will see this small neural network. So I will try to explain here what actually done behind the scene. So here is actually this circle is actually contain the formula, which is repeat itself more and more time until the sandwich is okay. I mean, if the customer is happy. From here, I would like to explain what is forward and the backward propagation. So forward propagation is simply make a sandwich. That's it, like forward approach. So backward propagation is adjust the weights based on the negative feedbacks. For example, if you pass this parameter into this function and make a sandwich, and this time a sandwich is like very less peanut and the customer is unhappy, we have to go back and adjust these parameters here and again make a sandwich, and this time customer say yeah, we have more jelly, again go back and adjust the jelly here, and this time the customer is satisfied. I hope you get the idea. So what I'm trying to say. So this is the difference between a forward and the backward propagation. In the forward propagation is always the forward approach, like from one point to another point. In the backward propagation, it have to be repeat itself until this output is satisfied by the environment or the agent. So this is actually an important question to answer. How do we know whether to increase or decrease these weights? So the answer is we actually need to get a little bit of maths involved here, like calculus and bit of procedure called gradient and optimization mechanism. So it is kind of like a bit of mathematics. So that mathematical equations tell our model how much weight you need to increase or decrease based on the customer reviews. So I hope you understand this video, and this is all about the forward and the backward propagations and how model learn behind the scenes. So this is actually the question all the time asked in the interviews and deep learning, which is what is the difference between forward and backward propagation. So you can actually give this example. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye.